Hello and welcome to Topics of High Importance, episode
43.
I'm glad you knew that, because I was like, he was looking at me. I don't know what number it is.
You have to know all the details
Yes.
about the show. When were we founded?
May of 2017.
Oh,
I can't
that was
confirm that.
close.
I-
April.
April.
Oh.
The only
Oh.
remember the
Because
only
you did a 420 episode.
Yes,
Yes.
that was our first
Yeah.
episode. That's the only way I remembered.
Was that-
If not, I would have never remembered.
Is that how you encouraged yourself to get the episode out? Like, I
Yeah,
want to get it
that
out
was
for 420?
exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
That was,
cool.
I had to set a goal, and it was like it would have felt stupid if it was like 421,
Yeah.
and it worked. We got like one listener.
Woohoo!
Could have been me.
Maybe, yeah.
Could have been you.
Since day one.
Who is this guy? Who is this voice?
Who's that boy?
Who's the voice? Who's the boy?
It's
on
weird because I'm listening to a podcast, but it sounds like I've heard him on
the-
different
podcast.
You want me to introduce myself? What is this? Hi, I'm Tom Zalatnai, host of the Up for Discussion podcast, here on the Upford Network with these two fine folks. I'm Tom Zalatnai, host and producer of Up for Discussion, a long-running comedy podcast on the Upford Network. Every week, me and my team of hilarious improvisers use audience-submitted questions to dive deep and delicious into every topic under the sun. Nothing is off limits. The audience has full control. It's like going to an improv show, only it's in your ears, and nobody's asking to see a scene about sex toys. Hopefully. One reviewer called it an underappreciated cult classic. Another reviewer called it not a very compelling product. Go check it out and see for yourself. The Up for Discussion podcast. Available wherever fine podcasts are sold.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put the ad right there after. Because I also starts almost the same way. Hi, I'm Tom Zalatnai. No?
Oh, right.
Now they're gonna know that my voice doesn't really sound like that.
Oh, you edited your voice for the ad?
Well, I put on like a I'm Tom Zalatnai.
Oh yes. Your
Producer Tom Zalatnai.
Yeah. It's like kind of halfway between Fraser Crane and the guy from Night Vale.
I don't know the guy from Night Vale. I'm missing a piece of the puzzle, so I can't. I can still appreciate it as
I was
a voice.
just picturing multiple hosts of game shows in my mind. Mixing
Oh,
those.
you'd be a great game show host.
Just mixing
What would
those
you
together.
wear?
I
Oh,
would
that's a
love-
good one. What would be your look?
Oh,
Yeah, everyone has a look,
I
right?
look really good in tweed. I
Tweed?
would do a tweed.
Okay, you'd rock the
Tweed
tweed.
suit. Yep.
So it'd be
Cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was someone told me the other day. I don't think this is true, but someone told it to me the other day that occasionally Alex Trebek, the Jeopardy guy,
Yeah.
will wear like a lapel pin that says in really small letters, "Pat Sajak looks like a sloth."
What? Is this real?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, but I doubt it.
I don't think it's real.
Make sure that my phone is off. All right, sorry.
That's it, yeah.
I was gonna
You
ask
want to
it.
scooch? You want to scooch
Should
closer
I?
to me? And just I think that
It's gonna be a better mix.
Introduction done.
Done.
Done. Welcome back.
Thanks.
I think
like
you're
that
our first repeat guest.
Host.
Are you our Matt Damon?
Wait, what was Matt Damon?
Well, Jimmy. It was a running gag on Jimmy Kimmel that he would have Matt Damon on the show, and then like they would run out of time to interview him, so they
That was
canceled
just
it.
a running joke.
And then every time he came back, you're like, oh,
Thanks
I'm
for having
sorry.
me, guys.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to get going.
Yeah.
They would constantly. I don't know how much of it was scripted and how much of it was like they just kind of fucked with him and then he just went along with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would think like, oh, this time he's actually going to be able to answer questions, and something happens on the show that just forces, sorry, we can't right now anymore, and he visibly got upset on a few.
Well, he's an actor.
Oh, of course,
Paul,
that's
actually.
it. That's why it's gonna be
Tom,
hilarious.
I think you know. Also, he's an actor,
He's
Matt
a
Damon.
professional fakesman.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
That's it.
Lies.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Was that the topic? No.
Okay, I'm writing the numbers. I don't
I
know.
have the numbers. You want? I did it.
But you saw me writing down. Why did you?
I thought you were writing notes.
Stepping on my dreams.
Yo, go for it then.
Paul's stepping on my. Tom, defend me.
I think that you both wrote the numbers,
Uh-huh.
and I think that you need to apologize to each other live on the air. Your audience likes it when you have displays of real humanhood, humanity even.
Paul,
Yes.
I apologize. What am I apologizing for again, Tom?
For writing the numbers when he was writing the numbers.
I apologize, Paul, for writing the numbers when you were writing the numbers.
I accept your apology. So, I also apologize
There we go.
for doing the same thing.
No, you have to say it. You have to say all
Oh,
of it.
okay.
You have to acknowledge what you did.
Writing down the numbers when you were writing down the numbers.
I accept your apology. I think Tom Zalatnai just tacked on an extra 20 years to our marriage.
That's it. That's
I have that reputation.
Yeah.
Being good for people's marriages.
You should have a Oh, fuck! Guys!
Kate just looked at her glass of wine and went, "Oh fuck!"
Because I forgot it was there!
Here, you can put it over here.
When Paul was offering Tom something to drink, he reminded me that we had wine. And I was like, "Oh, it'd be nice to have some wine on the show." And then the lines are blurred. I can't remember who did what, how it acted, but here it is.
There it is.
And a nice tulip glass,
Nice,
a nice rosé
a nice 3
from
o'clock
the wedding.
3 o'clock Chardonnay.
From the wedding. Does wine go bad?
Eventually,
Yeah, eventually. But
That was a
I
stupid
think,
question.
Yeah.
was it open? At the wedding?
No, it was opened yesterday.
Then it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, you don't want to keep a bottle of open wine for too long. Like maybe a few days, a week max.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I thought it was much
Tastes like
longer.
poop. No.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. It's just going to be gross.
No, well, that's it. Yeah.
Like,
For some reason, I was just
I think
wine
it
is
becomes
indestructible.
really good to cook with at that point after.
Oh,
Like you don't drink
maybe.
with it, but it does more in the kitchen.
Tom.
Does more in the kitchen.
Tom posts so many lovely pictures on Instagram.
Tom does more in the kitchen.
Is it at Tom
At Tom Zalatnai.
At Tom Zalatnai
That's his
on
new
Instagram.
podcast.
At Tom Zalatnai. Posts so many lovely pictures of food, and I look at them and I'm just like,
It's because I discovered recently that I'm comfortable cooking steaks on a cast iron pan. And so now I just do that always.
and they look really
Well,
great.
why not? It tastes fantastic.
Have you had a cast iron pan?
He's fantastic.
Pan?
Oh, pan?
Pan?
Oh, I don't.
Cast
I've never
No,
had
but
a
I mean,
pan.
you've
But
had a
yes,
steak cooked on a cast iron pan.
yes, ma'am.
There was a tag on the steak saying this was cooked.
I had to
I'm
cut
just
off the
poking
tag
holes.
before I had to eat my meat.
Yeah, I
and-
feel like
and
this
read
story
the
is.
tag.
I feel like you're
Yeah.
lying. I feel like you don't know. I
I
feel like
don't
you
know.
don't know. I feel
That's
like
true.
you're not even sure what a cast iron pan is.
Everyone, I've been living a huge lie. I've never eaten anything.
Bum, bum.
Well, see how you just jumped off the cliff, man.
That's exactly what I did.
You could have just said, "I don't know what cast iron is." Ponk, ponk, ponk. I'm eating a piece of white chocolate.
Pong, pong, pong. So what's our first topic?
Thanks, Tom. Tom's our guest producer. He's gonna give us on track.
We're gonna micromanage.
Oh God, we're derailing again.
What do you mean derailing? Choose a number, or you ask one of us to choose a number. That's how it goes.
Tom.
Number holder.
I thought you were gonna call me a number whore. Did you
Nope.
think it was going there?
Number wang.
I thought he was going to say number 1, which is the number I want you to.
Oh, so you want one?
I do. I want 1.
Man cave.
Man cave.
Oh, fucking white chocolate. It's so good. I know you're not chocolate. I know you're not actually chocolate, but
Wait, what?
white chocolate is not chocolate.
Not even like-
it's not from the cocoa bean.
There's not even a negligible amount?
Nope.
What?
It's just like milk and cream and sugar.
It's just candy?
So they
Fuck.
so they
Milky.
fabricated something that tastes like chocolate, but it's white and sweet.
Yeah. But the new type of chocolate that came, I swear to God, we're gonna get to Man Cave Man. But this has to be shared. There's a new type of chocolate created, and it's pink. It's from a pink bean, and it's pink, and it has like a raspberry-ish taste.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Is it like a... Do raspberries... When we get them, they don't, but in the nature...
In the wild?
In the wild?
The raspberry in the wild.
Do they have like a bean?
Tag?
A bean?
What are we talking about? Raspberry?
You said there's pink bean chocolate.
No,
but-
there's no beans. I don't know.
There's no beans.
I have the chocolate in my mouth.
So there's no beans.
There's no beans.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, one
what
man
we're
cave.
smoking right now.
All right.
It's probably a good thing to get off the bat.
So right now, we're smoking a mix of 3 different strains, and the first one is that I'm going to mention is Black Diamond. Now,
Ooh.
yeah,
Pretty.
pretty, definitely pretty. So what is Black Diamond? Black Diamond is indica. Northern California strain, ideal for patients who need strong medication but still want to be active and sociable. A cross between Blackberry and Diamond OG. That sounds like a yummy strain.
It sounds like it. Oh, you're just cutting off right there.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Okay, well, I might. I like reading out loud. Do you want to go red or green?
I like the red boy.
You like the red boy? Tom, tell us.
Is that racist? That sounded racist.
Oh, God.
Edit point.
Edit point.
All right.
Tell us about the red.
The
red option.
The red strain.
Yes.
The red option is my favorite Woody Allen movie. The red strain is called Chocolope Highlights. No, it's just called Chocolope. There's a section called Chocolope Highlights. Let's see. The DNA genetics developed Chocolope by crossing chocolate Thai with cantaloupe haze to create their homage to the chocolate strains of the 1980s. The heavy sativa beds give earthy, sweet coffee flavors that provide a dreamy, cerebral effect. Consumers report a strong, euphoric mental shift that is great when coping with depression or stress.
Did you just read that as Yoda? Was that your intention?
No, I was going for like a subdued Gilbert Gottfried.
I get it. No, I get it. Yeah. It would basically be like Yoda without the mixing of the words.
Mixing of the words?
Well, he mixes his sentences. His phrasing is all
I
over the place.
I thought you meant Gilbert Godfrey does that.
No.
He does too.
So I'm going to read the green one.
The green one.
So, I mean, let's not be the female stereotype that says, oh, who's the blue team? You know what I'm saying? We were saying the colors. Tom was reading about a sativa. He probably said it in his text. I just realized that. Never mind. Maybe not. Maybe not. What's yours? Yours a perpy?
Mine was...
Zipperpy.
Yeah.
Zipperpy, indica. Okay,
yeah.
and you probably said that too.
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
It's okay.
We're smoking OG Kush as well?
Yeah.
OG Kush makes up the genetic backbone of the... What? Let me just have a bit of wine. That'll help.
What here?
Rosé, for me to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I know what words are coming. This should be better. OG Kush makes up the genetic backbone of West Coast cannabis varieties, but in spite of its ubiquity... Oh, you're fucking with me, text. But in spite of its ubiquity, its genetic origins remain a mystery. This famed strain arrived in Los Angeles in 1995 after being transplant... After being transplant? There's an ED missing there. After being transplanted coast to coast from Florida along with the Bubba. I skipped a line. Coast to coast from Florida by its original propagators. What the fuck's a propagator?
Don't ask me.
Okay, Google. What was the word?
Propagator.
What's a propagator?
Here are some results from a search.
Oh, shit.
Really jumped the gun there.
Yeah. You just said what was the word, and then he gave me, in the beginning was the word.
Oh, shit. God, I thought I left the church.
I'm lost now. Like, my eyes feel like
you could
Saturns.
just mention that it's a hybrid,
Each
right?
eyeball is Saturn right now.
Why don't you
Just
just...
Saturn make that sound.
I feel like it would.
Why don't you just read what the effects it gives you?
Okay.
Effect.
That effect. Well, I can't. There's relaxed and happy.
I guess it ends there, because I just took a screenshot.
You just took a screenshot.
Yeah.
So, Bubba Kush is not being smoked. Bubba Kush! We're smoking OG Kush.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck Tom said, and whatever the fuck you said.
Chocolope and Blackberry Dreams.
Black Diamond.
Black Diamond.
Yeah.
Blackberry Dreams.
It was a cross between something like that, yeah. Or were we just taking nightmares and dreams and all this? Is this all infused?
It's all infused. Oh, right, guys. We're at a 45-minute mark, and Man Cave.
Man cave.
Man Cave.
I think man caves are stupid.
Okay, express yourself.
I think that 1, gender is a construct. 2, traditional like masculine and feminine gender roles are nonsense.
Amen.
And 3, wanting to have a room that's just your escape from like stereotypically from your like spouse and kids is garbage.
Whoa.
But I am definitely an advocate for everyone having some amount of space that's just theirs in a house that they can retreat to.
Okay.
So, like, I don't think man caves are healthy, but I think something less dumb than man caves that's kind of like...
Can we have private pods?
Yeah, you know?
Doesn't take up much space. You just back up into your pod. Maybe a syringe goes into your neck. Maybe you go into a drugged stupor. Maybe that's how you get your time off. I suggest yes.
I'm Tom Zalatnai, and I approve this message.
Oh, that got dark quickly.
Oh, no, it wasn't dark.
Was my answer too real?
No, because I agree. I agree with every single point. Because everything. You said it so concisely.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. I like having a game room. Like Paul and I have a game room, and that was agreed upon with each of us that was important to us because we like to play video games and we like to, play foosball and so on.
I think the concept of man cave, when it became popular and why it is still kind of popular, is because back in the time, they weren't. It was different, Of
course, the relationships must have been different.
Yeah, and not everyone is comfortable with the same things. The fact that we like having a game room, there's a game room. If I really like video games and you didn't, I don't think our main room would be designed for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the term man cave makes complete sense except for the name. But the only reason why the name exists and it's popularized was because the woman had, like, regardless of being treated like a second citizen compared to men.
Yeah.
They had the house.
Over the house.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So everything in the house was like, this is the way it's going to look and everything. And most of the time, men were just like, that's fine. But if he wants to have, beer can collection on a wall, you're going to have a place for that. And so everything that he wants his, and at that time, if all the men are the same, they want to be the same where they are.
Wait, how... I mean, surely they're still humans and individuals. Like, it's hard. Like, I feel like it's a simplification that we're imagining that everyone. Obviously, society was different. Relationships.
No, but we're so different.
Oh no, I know. But like to imagine that.
Sorry,
like the majority of households had the woman in charge of everything in the house, and that the man didn't decorate or whatever. Yeah. Like, I feel like there must have been some houses that were more livable.
Oh, for sure. But this is, we're talking about the general, right?
Yeah. I guess,
there's in all parts of times there was lots of
maybe I just
relationships.
don't want to think of a reality where that's what it is, but that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. No. And then it's all generalizations. There's always the extremes at both ends, and what is popularized, and where we're moving to right now. Man caves are things of the past. They're going to be things of the past. Hopefully. because you. First of all, theoretically, you should be enjoying the most time with your partner when you're not at work, right? So if you want to try to share the same interests, your interests would be influenced throughout the house, right? So if you're both, like, we're both video game people, so we're okay with having our main living space as an office, and having a dedicated living room to play video games. And
because there's definitely, like, are you guys super, you and your partner?
Yeah, super,
like, similar likes and dislikes, because that's not always the case.
No, but
well,
depends,
then, right?
Yeah.
I think more than not, but that there are some things that, like, one of us enjoys that the other doesn't.
Right.
Like, I really like shrimp.
Right.
And she likes working on, like, physical, like, visible crafts.
Okay.
Sewing and painting and whatnot. Whereas everything that I like working on is really, like, it's in a computer.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm editing, I'm like, I'm making something, but I don't need, like, more physical space, like, for the actual product I'm making.
Yeah.
But with, like, sewing and stuff, like, there's so much fabric. Yeah. And so many different kinds of fabric, and it's like, it has to be somewhere. So
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we've been talking about there's a space that I need to clean up, and then once I clean it up, I can turn it into like a sort of sewing corner. And I think that will make a huge difference, because right now all that stuff is just on our dining table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so it just invades.
I used to do that. Like, all my art stuff was on the table. And then it's just, like, you're never in one or the other.
Yeah.
Like, it's always...
That's it. So nowadays, I definitely still think that should be important, a man cave, but it shouldn't be called a man cave. It should be just your little dedicated space to do what you'd like to do by yourself without having to worry about the other partner's judgment, or this is really your safe space to do what you want.
That really is a luxury, though.
People, of course, it definitely is.
To
That's
have
why it's called
space to reserve it to one person.
Well, when you write it in Google and you write man cave, most of these things you see are worth like thousands and thousands of dollars,
well, it's
right?
like basements usually.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's listen, it's exactly what it is. And
so much. Can you? Oh my god! I mean, I've just been saying how important it is to like do things together and stuff, but like. Wouldn't that be fucking sweet to have, like, your own floor?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, completely just for you and designed in your, person cave.
I'm in a situation now where, like, we've got the studio and my company's office in the house.
Yeah.
We have another roommate, and obviously we've got a kid. And so there's 4 bedrooms and not enough rooms to also have the studio and the office be things.
Yeah.
So now my room is also the studio, which is kind of nice for soundproofing, actually. Mattresses are great. Like, it absorbs, like, a fair amount of sound in the corner of the room that used to just be wall. So that's nice, but then also, like, I sleep with, like, a bunch of sound equipment within, like, 5 feet of me, and there's, like, ugly soundproofing all over my walls.
Right, yeah.
So it's a real toss-up, but, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hopefully you'll be able to work around that, because Paul needs... Not Paul. You're not Paul. You're Paul. You're Tom. Tom needs his little... you need it too. You need it too.
We need it.
We need it.
I still want that pod with the injection, please.
Yeah.
The injection makes me really nervous, but the rest of it sounded good.
The injection itself, or what it contains?
I don't like the idea of, like, an injection being made into me, I guess. That sentence wasn't... That's not where I thought that sentence was going to go.
Being made into me. But it's like, because it's invading your space, your body?
I guess more like
an empty needle.
Like I know when I'm going to get...
That's fine.
Yeah. Like, no, maybe not. Oh. So like, when I go to a doctor for a shot, which I don't, I'm an adult, I got most of my shots already. But like, when you go to the doctor for a shot, you know what the shot is, right? Like, they're like, I'm going to give you this shot tomorrow. So you go in tomorrow to get a shot. I feel like if I had a sleep pod to like retreat into, I don't know if I'd ever get used to having to get a shot every day. And now that I'm saying that, I realize that I guess there are a lot of people who do get shots every day. So I'm lucky that but like, yeah.
Well, I think you would, because anything that's repeated becomes numbing at some point.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
I don't know if I'd want to, though.
But the drug is so good, Tom. The drug that it injects into your body. You're like this in the pod, like a vampire, and then it's just like, it's like, okay, check this out. Mm-hmm. It's like a cool in the sense of temperature-wise, a cool, soft orgasm. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No, but I mean, like, take an orgasm, put it on ice. That's what it feels like. No, but I mean, you're cooling it down. It's not as intense, is what I'm saying. It's a less intense.
Is it time for an ad?
Hey. Well, Julian McKenzie, do you get what I'm saying?
I'm Julian McKenzie, co-host of the Scrum Podcast, a sports show I'm doing with my podcasting partner in crime, Tristan D'Amour, on the Upford Network. Every week, we analyze something different from the Canadian sports media landscape. Lack of diversity, getting a job in the field, coverage of different sports, and answering some of the harder questions. Through a combination of back-and-forth discussion and high-profile guest interviews, we're aiming to figure out exactly what's up in the world of sports. Find us wherever podcasts are sold. iTunes, Stitcher.
Do your thing.
Play, SoundCloud.
Shh, Julian, I'm putting on your ad. I don't know if I need to fill this space.
Was that a Julian impression?
No.
Can we have the pause?
I can't get to the pause.
Just
Okay. That's all it takes. Do you want to... Oh.
all right. One last thing about man caves. All right. Did you know the female equivalent? What they're called?
Plot wagons?
Can that be your inspiration for your drawing for the episode?
For the episode Plot Wagon? Yee.
What is the? Is there a female equivalent?
You got a couple words in you. What's it called?
Oh boy. Well, that is called your lady space.
Lady space. Honey,
We're gonna go family feud style. That's not. What
No, okay. I think I've actually heard this before.
So man caves.
Baby Jamma. That is not based in.
And you have one more X.
Together?
Yeah.
Okay, one voice.
Wishbone.
Wishbone.
I was
And
trying to say bone with you.
I thought you were gonna.
Couldn't make the words.
number 2, girl caves.
Girl caves.
And number
do you mean?
1, she sheds.
Ew.
Gross.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Wishbone shed? Is
Well, of
Wishbone
course.
a girl?
And
Well, he does.
he did. Yes, he
They're
did.
usually females to avoid the wang.
Yeah.
Don't want that dog wang on television.
That's
all
right.
of Lassie, all the dogs playing Lassie were female.
Yeah. No
He was
wangs.
which is fucking ridiculous when you think about it. Like they're like, we're gonna use a female dog to because she doesn't have a wang, right? She's just got that pocket.
Oh, the pocket. The female version of the man cave.
Oh, that would be yeah.
But like, why couldn't Lassie have just been a female?
Yeah, I mean, that would make more sense,
Yeah,
right?
totally. That's
Wait,
what's-
is the character Lassie not female?
I feel like the character Lassie is a dude.
That doesn't make sense.
Is Lassie a dude?
Isn't Lass like a girl in Scotland?
Good point.
A
You're
Scottish
probably
girl?
right. Keep the audience busy. Maybe instruct Anthony to do something. You know what? You know
all right,
how...
all right. Slow it down.
I have
Do
an
your
idea for
research.
Anthony.
I will talk.
Yes.
Hey, Anthony, I have an idea. How about you rate and review this show on iTunes if you haven't already? Anthony.
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 Hey, wait. Why are we talking? We're sending him orders.
Because he's Patient X. But do you see what? Because we made him Patient X in the last episode.
Yes.
I know,
But
I'm up to date.
I feel like
How
we
dare
had
you.
already made him Patient X on a previous episode.
It's very possible that there's more than one Patient X.
No, but
Wait,
I think
no.
we had made him Patient X.
Isn't Patient X the first patient?
Maybe.
Isn't that what that means?
Maybe.
I don't
Like
even.
the source.
Yes. What am I searching?
Where is the source?
What am I researching?
Circuit City.
Man, they have fuck all now.
You are searching Lassie.
Lassie is
Okay.
a dick,
And-
or Lassie is a pocket. We're gonna find out when I'm... Oh, fucking French autocorrect.
So when I was looking up she sheds,
Oh, right. Yeah.
most of them were sewing rooms, crafting rooms, libraries, a little reading
Yeah, of
room.
course.
You know.
Yeah.
Um,
A little...
I was
little-
surprised.
Put a little gel on your belly to look at your baby.
I was surprised not to see any of them like tech inspired or.
Oh,
or,
this is when I Google search.
Yeah, and just in Google search images. So and a few, I also clicked a few links where like, oh, top 15 she sheds, and they were all. Hold on, almost done. And for the man caves,
Yes.
they were just like absolutely extraordinary, like at least like $50,000 rooms, and some of them were like an actual hockey rink boards with TV and all the jerseys and stuff. Another one is like a full kit bar. Another one had like a full swing in it, so you can
I want a fucking swing in the house.
Another one had like a gun museum. So just like basically like 300 guns. And,
Yeah, but
oh yeah, and that one was hilarious. Everything was beautifully placed. All these guns on the wall. The walls were painted gunmetal green, and everything was. Some of them were like case and in nice glass things and everything. And then he also had all over the floor these like standing weapons, so like these helicopter machine guns or other types
cool.
of big armory type of artillery. And then he had a couch and 2 chairs, and they looked like they came from Office Space. Everything was so well done and so well themed, and then it was just like this crappy blue couch and these 2 purple chairs, and it was
He
just
doesn't
like
care about the couch.
He just wants to sit in a room full of guns.
Yeah.
The safest place on earth.
Oh, in his room full of guns, he would definitely be having an ice orgasm. He'd just be sitting on that shitty couch. I wonder... They don't, but it'd be nice if they did. If they all like vibrate a little bit because they're so violent. Like it's like this. Like,
what are we talking about?
The spirit of the gun room
would vibrate.
Like I feel like putting so many weapons in one room would like anger the energy particles in the room.
Like it would do something. Like it's just too much.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
let's
twist,
make a movie.
Super fucking twist. Check this out. Read it, buddy.
The character of Lassie, created by Eric Knight, is a female collie.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, but keep reading.
Lassie is always portrayed on screen as a female. The actual dog has always been a male collie. Female collies shed their coat. Open bracket. Blow coat. Close bracket. Several times a year, and would make them unsuitable to be ready to perform or appear at any time.
See, so it's the opposite.
So wait,
I thought it was about
twist.
the Wang. I thought they were played by females because they didn't want Wang on TV.
but that means that they had a lot of Wang on TV that wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh my god, maybe they taped the dog Wang.
I'm not going to Google Lassie's penis, but I want you guys at home to Google Lassie's penis.
Will one of you please interact with us? We've asked so many times.
Anthony!
No, Kendallin, interact with us.
Yes,
Wait,
a
Kendall's
comment.
here too.
Everywhere. Kendallin is everywhere.
Or is it my turn to choose a number?
Sure.
What do we have left? 2 and 3?
Yep.
3.
Arctic animals.
Arctic animals. That was awesome.
So I looked up a list of Arctic animals on Wikipedia to try and figure out something to talk about. And I saw that reindeer are classified as an Arctic animal. And I remembered that the other day I realized that I am definitely convinced that one of Santa's reindeer is named Nixon. Because anytime I'm singing either of the 2 songs where they list Santa's reindeer, that is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Not even. No, they don't. What's the Christmas story one that it was the night before Santa. All in my house.
All in my house.
They list the reindeer in that one.
Yeah.
And then there's that one song that's like, here comes Santa Claus. They list the reindeer. And I always say Blitzen and Nixon and all his reindeer. And I know that he doesn't have a reindeer named Nixon.
But I thought Blitzen was the confusion. So if you say Blitzen and other, who's the other?
I couldn't tell you. I'm convinced it's Nixon.
Wait, when did this song come out?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Probably
Christmas
during
has been
his
around for a
fucking-
long time.
Yeah, but that
Music,
song,
even longer.
probably, man, it's probably fucking Nixon.
But like
Fucking
a reindeer named Nixon or Nixon in the straps.
Oh no, what did I
With
do?
bells around his neck.
I want you to read the last paragraph that I wrote on here, because that explains exactly what I think.
Somehow I'm really convinced that one of Santa's reindeer is named Nixon. Or maybe that Santa just employs a post-presidential Richard Nixon to help pull his sleigh. Like he's just a dude strapped to his fucking... Oh, man. Is he at the back? Does he have any power?
He has more power than you think.
Yeah.
Oh, so like his position in the line doesn't necessarily reflect his power among the reindeer.
He's a pinch hitter. He's a swing. He can play any part he needs.
Is that what a pinch hitter?
Yeah, it was just like the substitute.
Oh, someone who can hit in a pinch.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. It's a little inside baseball for you guys.
Yeah.
Boom. Hat trick. Shout out Julian McKenzie from the Scrum.
We already did his ad. You're supposed to segue into your ad or something.
Listen,
Jesus Christ.
back up 23 minutes and just
listen to that ad again.
Flawless entry.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, this chocolate.
Wait, what was the topic we got to now? Oh, Arctic animals.
Oh yeah.
Arctic animals.
Arctic animals.
Animals.
Did you?
Animals.
Were you able to say your thing? Was that your thing?
That was my thing.
Okay.
Reindeer fucked me
Yes,
up.
that's right. Okay, yes.
Right.
I was like, where did we get from? Oh, yes, the reindeer.
Because
Yeah.
the Arctic is up or down? Up?
Yep.
I know. I knew. I was testing you. So which one is colder? I used to know these things.
I think up is colder.
Yeah.
And there's much more life up than there is down.
That
there's
doesn't
barely,
make sense.
There's not.
Surely it's the warmer one that has more life.
No.
Tom,
It's
what do you
all
think?
penguins, man.
Yeah, that's true. We got penguins.
Penguins. Hey, wait! Don't touch my wine.
Penguins.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Benjamin Brackenbacker,
What? Yes.
the actor Benjamin Brackenbacker.
Yes, that you can't say penguins.
Penguin. But how did? Okay.
And he was the villain in a penguin movie.
Mr.
Oh,
Popper's
yeah.
penguins?
No.
Madagascar. Penguins in Madagascar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The last one was fantastic. It was really good.
You mean the penguins of Minging?
Just as he said it.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What's the topic? Arctic animals.
Arctic
Yeah.
animals.
So like I feel like one of them has shit like reindeer, like that wouldn't, and then the other one just has fat ass birds huddled in a group, just like cursing their existence and trying to not roll the egg off their fucking feet, because if that dies.
Maybe it is colder
Maybe
on
I'm
the other
right.
side. Yeah.
Because doesn't that make more sense?
Yeah, I think that the north is colder.
But it has vegetation.
At the peak, it's colder, but like it's maybe more
There's
concentrated.
tundra around it or
Yeah,
something?
know.
there's vegetation. Like, it gets closer to the more south they go, the more vegetation
So
there is.
it's bigger?
Well, it's bigger, and it's connected to trees. It's connected to plants. Or at the bottom, it's basically just glaciers, right?
Yeah.
So there's like no trees, there's no grass. So it's basically, like you said, anything that's living in the water and penguins.
Anything that's living in the water.
Yeah. So you could still have like seals, orcas.
But
You know
wait,
what's fucked up? What?
I'm thinking about this the opposite way now. At first, I was thinking that the warmer place would be where there'd be more animals.
Yeah.
But with like Arctic animals, they like being cold, right? Like
They don't like what? They don't like it.
penguins are like, yeah.
Oh,
fuck
no,
yeah,
you're right, like-
cool me
like-
off.
Yeah, but I don't think penguins.
Like huskies.
Yeah.
Huskies playing in vats of ice.
So like I wonder if south is colder and that's why there's more animals down there than north.
Well, because
North is where the melts is going, right?
where the melts is going.
North is where the melts is.
You, Paul, you know,
Yes.
up is where the melts is going.
Yes, up is where the melts is going, which is why polar bears are having more trouble.
Because there's less polar ice.
Yes, and not just that, but they're further apart, and there's less other animals there as well.
Yeah.
So they're basically starving.
Yeah.
So that's happening up. So I wrote down all the Arctic animals that are up, and they didn't mention penguins. So I was
They
looking up
didn't
through.
mention penguins.
That's
No.
a gross
I'm
oversight.
so confused. There's penguins in Africa and in Australia. You're telling me there's no penguins in the Arctic?
There must be.
No, but I think you're. No, I think I've heard this before.
Penguins in the Arctic?
No, but there's one there where there aren't penguins.
It might be.
Topics of high importance. A show where information is vague, misleading, but fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a good Australian penguin story.
Ooh.
My boss's late father-in-law, who used to work with us, once told me that he had this taxidermy puffin that he had brought back from Australia like maybe 30 years ago, and he was telling me the story about how like he was down there, it was washed up on the beach, and he asked the ranger like, hey, like, can I like taxidermy this and bring it home? And the guy was like, they're actually a protected species, so you really shouldn't. Or no, not a puffin, a fairy penguin, teeny tiny little like microphone sized penguins.
Oh.
And he was like, but like, I'm not going to stop you from taking it, just know that you might get like arrested for it.
Yeah.
So like weird park ranger, whatever. So he takes it around all of Australia, trying to find any taxidermist who will taxidermy an endangered species. No one's doing it. Finally, he gets to the last place. There's a girl running it, and she's like, okay, my dad will do it. And the dad was like hiding in a room in the back. And so he was just like, oh, maybe the guy's just, it doesn't like to meet people.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, like, I'd love to meet your dad. And she said, oh, he doesn't, he was in World War II, so he's not really comfortable, like, seeing people. It left him, like, scarred. So, he comes back the next day, gets the penguin, goes back to North America. Maybe, like, 10, 15 years later, he's at a high school reunion, and one of the girls that he went to school with is married to an Australian guy. And so he naturally tells the guy the story about how he ended up with this taxidermy penguin. And the guy's like, oh, was this the taxidermist? And, like, pulls up an article from, like, that morning on Facebook that guy, that taxidermist, had been arrested because he was actually like a Nazi war criminal in hiding in Australia.
No way!
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Nazi penguin.
Nazi penguin.
Nazi penguin. What'd you find out about North versus South?
They're almost exclusively southern hemisphere, and the only one that's north of the equator is in the Galapagos. So nothing
Right,
north.
No penguins up top.
Ain't no penguins up top.
Ain't no penguins up top. They all at the bottom.
Well,
Ain't no penguins on top.
What threw me off was because there's so many predators of penguins in the list of animals that I found. They'll just be like, how would they be able to survive to be huddled like that if wolverines were around?
Can we just take a pause here and talk about the most badass sea lion there is? The leopard seal.
Yeah, those are fucking...
They are so scary.
They're so big.
So big. There was one at some zoo we saw somewhere. You know, the zoos. The aquatic portion. And he was like, burn. I mean, clearly not a shark. But, like, intimidating.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, that's the leopard seal sound.
It's like a little goofier than a shark, but still like...
Still threatening to a certain extent. But they just... seals are so like they're like torpedoes. They're like they don't flippity flappity. Well, they do. They clearly do. But they
yeah. They're not using it much for power.
When they're just
it's using their tail. They're just more for steering. Yeah.
They're sea cows, but they're not sea cows. Sea cows are manatees. I'm lost a little bit, so if you want to jump in.
Wait, why are you lost? You don't have your full faculties enabled during the recording of the show?
Hey, we haven't even sucked on this tube. Tom, you tell me you want to suck on the tube?
Suck
it. Suck. Isn't that from a movie?
Like every movie.
I know. No, not the pornographa. The pornographa is not what I talk about.
I liked in The Office after Michael Scott's boss at the company gets fired and he goes to visit him and meets the kid who's playing drums. The kid has written a song for the dad's product that's a vacuum cleaner that drives around the house and just picks up toys called Suck It.
That's hilarious.
Suck it.
Sucking in the tube. Sucking the tube. Sucking the tip of the tube.
Sucking the tip of the tube. The tip of the tube, the lips, the lungs.
Sucking the tube, the lips, the lungs. Yep.
Manatees, yo. I mean,
sucking,
narwhals.
Sucking lung.
Gross.
Narwhals are Arctic animals.
Yep. Yes, narwhals. Oh,
what the fuck, man?
That guy, you know that guy. The animator.
Oh, Weeble?
Oh my god.
Narwhals.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh shit.
We'll sing it later.
Causing a commotion.
Yeah. Causing a commotion under Jedis of the sea.
Yeah.
There's the unicorn.
Unicorns of the...
Fuck!
Narwhals. Okay, anyway. Okay.
In the ocean, causing a commotion, because they are so awesome. Narwhals. Pretty, something pretty fly. Something. Check out Weeble
stuff.
Yeah. Weeble stuff.
Double E.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Arctic animals.
Yeah, so when I think of animals and how they evolve because of their surroundings and what works for them. I always, to make more sense of it, I always think of it like a video game. So I think of it like seeing a skill tree, and you're like, okay, I have this character, and it's like, what am I going to spend my points on, you know? And it's like, what the fuck was the narwhal thinking with that horn, man?
Thinking. Is it as if that's how evolution works? You know what, Jenny? I'm going to try out horn.
In my concept, it's like you're choosing your points. So he's like, yeah, the horn. Give me a horn. That'll make me survive. Well, it's working, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. No. What I'd like to just point out, just quickly, is that your choice, your decision to use that as a representation for evolution, because like the video game is all about choice.
Yes, but
and evolution is all about chance.
It's choice and chance. Well,
choice?
Oh, totally choice.
Yes,
that's the whole like when the good genes and the non-bad genes.
Yeah, but the animals aren't deciding.
Natural selection.
Their body is
natural selection.
Oh, choice in that sense.
Yeah.
Like it's like different options are selected by the genetic code.
Yeah. And I'm just putting it in the reference that it's as if it's doing it.
Right.
That's what I'm making. That's what the joke is.
You
Disney-fied.
What's that fucking movie? Emotions are fun.
Inside Out.
Inside Out. Feelings.
I genuinely thought that movie was called
I would have liked. That's a better title than Inside Out.
Yeah.
Feelings.
Inside Out is weird.
It kind of suggests more than what it is.
Whoa! Expand that.
So like, I feel like there's not as much inside being exposed to the outside as there could be for that title to make as much sense to me as possible.
Yeah,
it was only the brain. The only
it's
delta
all
in the brain.
internalized. Like she doesn't at the end of the movie, or like, okay, proposal every like 5 to 10 minutes during the movie after like a big scene, it cuts to a scene of her in like her in her psychiatrist's office, and it's the psychiatrist from The Sopranos, and she's like explaining the things that she saw inside of her head. And then it's like, oh, so next you said you started to feel angry about something. Why don't you tell me about that? I was like, sure. And it cuts back to cartoons of,
whoa.
What's that guy? Joe Black? Jeff Black?
Jack Black?
No, it wasn't Jack Black.
Oh man, the comic. The angry guy, the guy who voiced the angry guy.
The guy who voiced the angry guy? Who's the angry guy in the begin with?
The anger.
The red dude.
Oh, the anger guy. I don't know who
dude.
played that. I don't know who played with that guy.
Who'd that guy?
Who that guy?
Who'd that guy?
I don't know.
Who that guy? I'm gonna look him up.
Tom, would you like the last portion of chocolate?
I was saving it for Paul because I didn't think he'd had any.
Oh,
that's why I took half. I was like, half was good for me.
I need to know who that.
And it's gone.
I need to know who that guy is.
You snatched that like eagle.
I didn't take into consideration. Is that an Arctic animal?
Yes.
Lewis Black.
No, nicely done. Oh, Lewis Black.
You know, the angry.
Who does poorly written segments on The Daily Show now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was critical.
He's just going to
As if I know what
unfollow.
I'm
He's going to
talking
unfollow now. Thank you.
Oh, Lewis
Losing
Black.
a fan.
Stay, Lewis. Stay, Lewis. Bow, 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 bow. Arctic foxes are cute.
They are?
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish they weren't so cute, because then they wouldn't be like taken for fucking pets.
Oh, snap.
In high school, I was in like a jam band with a couple of my friends. You know, we'd go to one girl's house and go to her basement and play music and stuff.
Oh, cool. You were in a band with chicks? I just, from TV, I assumed it would have been all guys.
1 and 3 dudes. So, mostly.
No doubt situation.
Yeah, and it was her basement. She had a bunch of instruments because she was
cool.
The most talented musician I knew at the time. I haven't seen her in years.
Sweet.
But it was me and her and Sam, the drummer from Crackers and Jam.
Right, cool.
And a couple other people. And when we were joking around trying to figure out what our band name should be, we remembered that, like, at the time, all these sort of indie bands with, like, the Bombay Bicycle Club or, like, 2-Day Cinema Club, like, they're all the club, the, like, hipster club band names.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, what's a good one of those? And we decided to call ourselves the Baby Seal Club.
Oh, no. Oh no!
I like it.
These were darker times.
You get it though, right?
Of course, but the first image that popped into my mind was
A
a
bleeding,
club. No.
bleeding carcass.
No.
Paul McCartney.
You animals.
Oh, stop dyeing your hair, Paul. Stop dyeing your hair.
It was a bar with a bunch of seals just like dancing.
Oh,
with,
right.
like disco music and stuff, and just like having
That's
a good time.
super weird. They're like
Yeah, it was
all
weird.
their weight on the back of their tail.
It looked kind of like magical, like cheap CG. You know what I mean?
Like-
Like they didn't know how to animate it, so they're just kind of like floating, but they don't explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
kind of-
fun.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah.
Or it could be someone's nightmare.
We're not there yet, Paul.
We
Back
are.
the fuck off.
We're almost an
Is
hour
We're
in.
there? Yeah, no, we've been talking about Arctic
Yeah,
animals.
so you
for-
back the fuck off.
You back the fuck off.
you back the fuck
you
off.
back the fuck off.
All right.
Tom,
I think-
defend
Guns
you.
are out.
Are we doing Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
We're doing Pulp Fiction.
Shit.
I don't know. How do we even know? What? Why are we pointing the guns at ourselves?
Trying to psych each other out.
In improv, they always tell you. Well, they always tell you. I've been told a few times that
You have to
don't
go-
do.
yeah, you
don't
have to go
put
like
the-
this.
Don't make the finger gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do what your fingers are supposed to be doing. You're supposed to imagine the rest of the prop.
Oh, this I'm okay with. I thought it was supposed to be like this. With,
No,
with
well,
just the fingers
Depending
curled
which
for the
gun.
audience.
If you have just a small little gun, then one finger on the trigger
Looks
should
like
be
you're
good.
holding a squirt gun.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a little tiny gun.
It's a squirt of a gun.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's a baby gun. Baby gun.
You're
Oh my
dead,
god.
you're dead.
Guns are going to be made out of organic tissue soon, aren't they?
Probably, but also gross.
Ugh. They're wobbly until you need them.
Oh, like in that Rick and Morty episode?
What?
That gross...
Flabberbappler Sicky Wiki?
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably.
That's
That's
not
how
the
they
word.
name their science thing. It sounds
That-
so completely made up.
They really
No,
influenced like my words, my comical science words come out Rick and Morty-ish. Well, not so much anymore because I haven't been watching it in a while. But hey,
Hey,
what?
Nightmares.
What? Yeah,
nah.
3, number 2, number 1, 3, number 2. Good job. Nightmares.
2, 1.
You run, but you can't hide, bitch.
Oh my god, there was such a brilliant article about that. I'm not going to go into it. I can't really remember it. So just look it up on Google. That article about that character and how it relates to something.
So that character you're referencing is the Rick and Morty
Rick and Morty.
ripoff of
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
Okay.
Rick and Morty, Freddy Krueger, write bitch, because he says that a lot, and then write article. Look. You'll find it. You'll find it. I trust you. You'll be good. But what I wanted to ask is I'd like to absorb Tom into my food rant, if I may.
Okay.
Surely you're probably hungry right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hadn't noticed until you asked.
I apologize for opening that door, but I would like to know, what would you like to eat? There is none of it, just to say. But what
If I
in
could
your
eat
mind?
anything,
Yes,
hypothetically,
yes.
what would I...
What do
So
you
we're saying
crave?
what, one dish right now? Just one?
Yeah, or no, like just whatever.
Overall, or in this exact moment? Because those are different.
Yeah. I think
No,
it-
now.
Right now, I would kill a man for some pulled pork.
Oh, nice.
That's
what kind of
where I'm
bun?
at.
What kind of bun?
Ooh, I wasn't even thinking about the bun, but it's got to be like toasted. It's like a toasty
Right.
bun.
Right.
I just was thinking about like a pile of pulled pork on a plate.
Oh man.
Make your own
You know what would be
sandwich
good
style.
with that
Just
though?
fork it.
No, but that's it. But with the forking, some good,
Coleslaw?
nice. I'm stalling because I can't remember.
Coleslaw?
Nope. I would have said yes if that was it. You said it twice. Let me suck on this a little bit. To diffuse the tension between the spouses. What the fuck was I talking about? Cornbread! Cornbread! It was at the Ribs Festival.
Fuck. How good is the Rib Festival?
Well, we had never been until the day that we went. We didn't even know
That's
it was
how
there.
it works usually. You don't go until you go.
No, but we didn't plan
Did you ever
to
be to
go.
go to the museum? Oh, never did until we did.
Thanks, old man
Rivers.
Rivers. What the fuck was that? Cornbread.
Cornbread.
Cornbread. Have you had cornbread before?
Oh yeah, my ma used to make great cornbread.
Really?
Yummy,
Yeah.
yummy.
It's very good. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. It's kind of sweet.
Can be.
Yeah.
She would use jalapenos, so not
Fuck.
as much.
That. but that was cool about that was cool. That was cool about the fest.
Zazwa's Ghoul, Batman's trainer.
Oh, Google Batman's trainer. You'll find it.
It's like a buff dude named Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Stop. This is squeaking, isn't it?
No.
Okay. I think it's your phone next to the thing. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Cornbread, blah, blah, blah. Batman's trainer. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to resituate myself.
Can Batman's personal trainer be the art for this episode?
Oh, I think I prefer that than plot wagon.
I just remembered what plot is.
Yep. So where is it on the wagon, Tom?
Nightmare!
I had nightmares as a kid.
Oh, fuck yeah.
When I was 6, we moved to Montreal from Vancouver. And just before moving, there was this one night where we had, like, coyotes on the loose in our neighborhood that were eating people's cats for the past, like, week.
Jesus.
There was this escaped killer, like, on the loose in our neighborhood, or, like, they suspected he was in our neighborhood, and they had to, like, stay indoors, and if you see him outside, call the police. And we were watching Jumanji, and something about that combination of events when you're, like, 6 is really traumatizing. And, so it left me kind of, like, freaked out by, like, wolves.
Right.
And then we got to Montreal, and the first painting I saw at my elementary school when I went to register was this, like, really detailed painting of a kind of terrifying snarling wolf. And it was, like, right outside the office, which maybe that was like a test, you know?
Like an intimidation painting.
Yeah, like to screw with the kids
I'm the
who
alpha.
were misbehaving.
Yeah.
That's but
really
it worked
cool.
because it freaked me out, and then I had nightmares about wolves and coyotes for like months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Were they attacking you? I mean, if you're comfortable talking.
I don't remember.
No, you
I
just
remember the fear. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. It made me scared of like actual dogs for a while too.
Oh,
but I think that might have started before I had that like crazy coyote experience. It might have just been that like I was a little kid, and you know
they're scary.
Sometimes dogs are intense.
Yeah. Sure.
It really depends on your first couple of interactions.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not prepared, or if the dog isn't really good with kids, it can really scar you, and you hold on to that for a long time.
Of course. When a hamster bit my finger for the first time, I was like, I don't want a hamster anymore. Yeah. That's bad for the finger.
I like my fingers.
So no more hamster. I had a wildlife dream, recurring nightmare, and we were in the yard at the house I grew up in, and I was with my brothers. We were having a nice little picnic, and then we noticed that there's 3 birds of prey circling above us, and it's like one of each. Like there's a vulture, there's a big ass eagle, and there's something else. I feel like a crow or a raven or something like that.
Nixon.
Yes, exactly.
He takes many forms.
And then at that house we had this huge, thick concrete back porch with space underneath. So I noticed the birds, and I grabbed my brothers and I went underneath the patio. But Rob, my eldest brother, just was like oblivious. Like James and I were screaming from under the concrete, "Come on!" And the bird, they didn't even come closer to him. They never attacked him. They were just there, and he was oblivious. And that fear of losing my brother, knowing that he could be safe, was like horrifying. And it just kept coming back and back. It was so
feel helpless in that moment.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, Rob.
I've definitely had nightmares and bad dreams, but nothing that really, or to my knowledge, might be deeper than that, but that really relate to. But the ones that I hated the most were getting... 2 things happen at the same time, I think. Dream can be being normal, and then at one point you're in a situation where you're about to fall, and this whole time you feel like you're yourself. But then when you're about to fall, it's like as if you're third person. So you see yourself.
Yep.
And then you become smaller and smaller and smaller. And like something that's small ends up feeling huge. Like, I don't know, sometimes it'd be like a watermelon.
What?
Just be like, I'm going to get crushed by a
really?
giant. Well, yeah. Just like wake up. Just like, what the fuck? What, you know? And it's just that sense of, or falling, a sense of falling.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
But that's fucking cool. Like it's strange because considering how imaginative my awake mind is, my dreams are very real. Like, I don't know, because you're talking about a giant fucking watermelon. Like, I've never had dreams like that.
You're missing out.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Have you?
Watermelon's delicious.
It is.
It is fantastic.
But
My favorite fruit.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Watermelon all day. I can eat all
fruit,
it. Favorite. Yeah.
Watermelon's refreshing.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But
if
it
it's
lacks
good.
If it's perfect,
substance.
a perfect like watermelon.
Seedless?
It could be seedless. I don't mind.
Seedful.
Seedful too.
Seedful. I don't want it.
It wouldn't be in your top 3?
Oh, top 3 maybe. Yeah. Yeah, top 3. But
Strawberries,
not number
grapes, watermelon.
No.
I don't know. I just threw that out there.
I gotta put mango up there.
Mango is
Mango
really-
gotta be
You
high
love
up.
mango too. Mango's good.
Mango's
I think-
thick. And it has texture.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
everything I
juicy.
want.
Yeah. And it's so sweet.
I got really uncomfortable trying to make eye contact with either of you guys while saying that. I was like, this is such a naughty statement.
And I was sucking on the tube as he stared into my eyes.
Mango, 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 mango.
Let's do a suggestive album, guys.
A suggestive album.
Oh, I once wrote a list of parody song titles.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember any of them. It was a bad story.
Were any of them butter? I'm sorry.
That's a pretty bad song title.
Butter.
There was butt sex angels.
Yeah. Yes.
I lost my car keys again.
Right.
Ooh, baby girl, give me that thing. And then in brackets, your heart.
Oh, give me that thing, girl. Give me that thing.
Oh, boy. And, of course, my hit single, Are You My Dad? No, really, I need to know.
That second line
You
is
don't
so
know
important.
about the Tom
No,
backstory.
really, I need to know.
Oh, Tom has the
Hilarious.
backstory.
I mean, it's not much of a backstory. I just don't have a dad.
Yeah, it's a running gag on us for discussion. And his life, I apologize.
It's like a really long prank the universe has pulled on me.
Yeah. The universe is that big alien, right? In Men in Black? We're just in a locker. We're a marble. What is it? Something's happening
All
with
the
aliens.
worlds of marble, and we're only black.
That made so much sense.
Yeah.
I do believe that was the most grounded, logical sentence we've ever experienced on Topics of High Importance.
Topics.
It sounded like a word association. It was not even a sentence.
I say shit like that when I'm sober.
Well, you shouldn't be. Are you sober? Do you need to suck on this tube, Tom?
I sure hope I'm not, because I don't feel right.
But like in a good way, right?
In a good way.
Okay.
In a good way.
Okay.
But tell us at any point if you need.
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I could do this for hours.
I could eat a peach for hours.
Oh, Nicolas Cage, you
I fucking.
crazy motherfucker.
I think Face Off is probably the movie I've watched the most.
One of them.
No, wait.
It's definitely my
Blade.
top 5 action
Blade.
I've seen so many times. Because it was one of the few, like, when I had VHS, there was a limited amount. You just had those giant, fucking VHSs. Just like,
Yeah.
watch it and watch your
you
favorite
just-
and just like, oh, yeah. It's
Can we just stop a moment and remember the sound the VHS tape makes when it... Mine's a bit fleshy.
I had a DVD player by the time I was 8.
What the fuck? Oh, we're so old. Oh, no.
I'm just a little baby. You guys aren't old.
Oh, God. Yeah, but then what's Johan? A tadpole?
Johan's just sperm.
Oh, my God. For some reason, I feel like sperm might look like Johan.
What? Sperm exists. We know what it looks like. So you're saying Johan looks like sperm?
No, I'm saying I feel like on a spiritual level and maybe a hologram of some kind. I'm not digging a hole. I'm telling you what I see. I'm telling you what my mind is seeing.
Nope. Not enough.
It's not... Stop digging. Stop digging.
What? Keep digging?
You dick. Oh.
Nightmares?
Someone will understand. Can I tell my like the one that stood out to me the most? But you don't listen to the next 15 seconds if you're squeamish. But like this specific, my dreams are like hours long and they're horrifying, and thankfully because of my CPAP machine, I don't have these anymore. But anyways, at the time I did not have my CPAP machine.
Your time is up. I'm sorry.
I wasted it on the CPAP machine.
Now they're like, what? No, CPAP? Is that what I'm supposed to be afraid of?
So I walk into a room, and my sister is seated at like a bench or whatever, and there's a dude slicing ham-sized slices, well, meat slices, like a meat slicer. Her head, like the top of her head off, and then hammering nails into the open cavity. No.
Gross.
No.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, listen, that's
the type of dreams I have.
Well,
in Italy, those 3 dreams back to back, I knew I was going to have 4. There were 4.
Yeah. Well, remember, movies inspired from that kind of stuff, too, are pretty fucked up.
Who told me this?
Like
Who told
Nightmare
me this?
on Elm Street. I don't know if any of you have seen any of the shit that happened in those movies.
I haven't seen Nightmare on Elm Street either. Okay.
Oh,
No,
it
me
is
neither.
frightening.
I haven't
It is
watched...
watching it as a kid, like, it was fucking disturbing.
Just hearing you say that
Yeah.
is making me afraid of that
There's
fucking thing.
Child's Play. That was the one with Chucky, the doll that was
titles.
possessed. The Exorcist. Right, that's another.
I saw that one.
Nightmare-inducing one.
Pea soup! Pea soup!
Halloween with Michael Myers, which I always thought
It was funny because of Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Mike Myers.
The Hills Have Eyes. I don't know if you saw that one.
That had a
It was
really
fucking
awful
gross.
rape scene in it.
Yeah.
It was really disgusting.
It. Poltergeist. So there's a new It as well, I guess.
Tremors, am I right?
Yeah.
Different,
Saw.
Tremors
different
was
genre.
terrifying.
Yeah. Damn worms.
Damn worms, damn
There's a
worms, damn
face
big
under the
Or
worms.
Saw. Saw is very much your...
Saw I have seen. I've seen Saw.
A few of them. No. There's...
Oh my god, Pete Holmes does that. I organically came to the point of saying the thing that P. Holmes, listen up. The P. Holmes says, he goes, whose song is that? Whose song is this?
It's Usher. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pete Holmes
Awesome.
does that when things are cool, I think. I can't remember. So I organically came to that by saying sea salt. What were we talking
Sea
about?
salt.
Seesaw. We were talking about the movie Saw.
Saw.
Israeli
sea,
gray
and I
sea
saw
salt.
sea salt. Israeli gray sea salt?
Yeah.
That
From
sounds
the Gray
fancy.
Sea in Israel.
Right. As opposed to the fleshy blubber gray seal of Israel. Seal. That kind of seal.
Arctic joke.
Arctic joke. Gray
joke.
seal. I
Nightmares.
wasn't insulting Jewish people. I was just saying seal. You guys were...
I don't think anyone was accusing
Okay.
you.
Because the way you were looking
It was
at me, I was
just-
like, what did I say?
It was just flat.
Oh, it just wasn't great. Thanks, Paul.
Well,
Not being mean
you
to
were thinking
Israel.
you were thinking you were being racist, so
Yeah,
I wanted to make sure you knew you weren't.
I was just not being entertaining. Thank you.
Listen, some
Thank
of
you.
them you knock out of the park.
Hey, you want to share an apology
Sometimes you're staring at a butterfly.
You guys are going to have to share an apology again.
Yeah.
It's a good bookend for the episode. People
Okay.
will like it.
All
It'll
right.
flow nicely.
Thanks for helping us end the show because we weren't gonna do it. What are you looking at me like that for?
Like what?
I don't know.
All right.
Okay, Paul?
Yes.
Wait, no, you start.
I don't know what we're apologizing about.
Me neither. Let's make it happen.
Okay.
I hope nothing
I
really
got
bad
nothing.
comes out.
No, yeah, I got nothing.
You need to apologize to Kate for not rating and reviewing the show.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to get on Stitcher. We're gonna get on Stitcher. We're gonna get on SoundCloud. Don't you worry.
We are on SoundCloud.
We're not on SoundCloud.
Yes, I put the last couple of episodes on SoundCloud.
But
Damn.
did you get the subscription?
No, we only have 4
Well, you gotta
hours
get
of
the
account.
subscription. Go on, Paul. What are you sorry? You're sorry for that. Give it to me.
What?
The apology. Tom.
I'll just leave.
Paul, give it to me. Paul, give it to me. Okay, fine.
You listened to the Baby Seal Club back in high school?
It's my favorite track.
My favorite track.
Give it to me. Brackets, Paul.
Oh.
He told you what to say. Like a little, you know, like a Cyrano Bergerac.
Thank you very much, listeners. If you're still listening, thank you very much. Oh, Tom.
Wow. Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me back.
Thank you for coming.
It was fun.
It's great.
Yeah.
And for anyone who doesn't know, the network that we are now part of is created by this man here.
It's me.
The network creator.
It's me.
Yeah. Upfordnetwork.com.
It's me.
That's what happens when we get texts from him. That's what it. That's what the noise is.
Okay, but let me just end on a huge challenge. Okay, I'm gonna spell upfordnetwork.com.
All right.
You can visit the network information and stuff on Upford Network. UPFORDNETWORK.com. Oh my god.
Checking.
That was-
Ding, 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 ding,
Did I get it?
ding, 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 ding. Yes, you did.
Oh my god, thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.